estás?
How do you say yarrow?
Welcome to How Do You Say Yarrows?
How do you say yarrow? How do you say yarrow?
It'll be all the fun in the world. Hello.
Hey guys,
Gabby is eating the repast salad.
I am made by my Uncle Rocky. It's so good.
So disturbing, the name.
They call it the repast salad because our family's restaurant, they would, when people would order a salad for funerals, they would get this, and it was like this amazing antipasto salad, and they would order it as the repast salad.
I get that. It's just such a funny way, like, that people would order it still saying, we want the repast salad.
Hilarious.
Or like on the regular days. So that's but Anyway, so today our topic is a little bit different. It's a caffeine withdrawal. I recently went through this, and Gabby just brought it up, and it is an interesting topic. I don't think it's going to be a crazy long podcast.
I'm fascinated by this.
So, Gabby, how much caffeine do you drink?
Well, caffeine is in coffee.
Yep.
And sodas, largely,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, I enjoy a Diet Coke very much. A Diet Coke with lemon. But I'm not drinking it right now while I'm pregnant. I think, like, at one point, maybe at one wedding, I had a Diet Coke, you know. But other than that, I'm trying not to drink it because, like, soda's just, there's no reason to add that to you when you're pregnant. If you don't have to, so whatever. So I'm not having it now, but, like, in regular life, I do enjoy a Diet Coke, but I try not to, like, make it a super regular thing. So I would say I'd like share a Diet Coke with you every once in a while when we're out to eat, or I might have it, definitely at a wedding, I would have, like, a couple Diet Cokes at, like, a party or something like that in usual life, but that's really not frequent.
Yep, that's reasonable.
And then coffee, I say, like, in regular, again, like, so being pregnant right now, I still do have coffee. I'll have, like, decaf every once in a while. I do love a latte, so I would say, and, like, so in regular life, I wouldn't get decaf, I would get regular latte. I don't know, maybe, like, a good average would say, like, even just, like, once a month a latte.
A latte once a month?
Do you think that's too lowballing it in regular life?
No, I think you talk about getting a latte a lot. I don't know how often it's executed.
No, I don't. I kind of need it to be a very specific scenario to get a latte. Like, I need to have, like, a full day plan, like, something that's going to really make the latte worth it. And then, or if I get, like, if I do have, like, a regular coffee at work, it's like I have a really full day at work, and so in regular life I might have a coffee a week at work.
Yep. That.
So, yeah. What about you as far as, like, your typical coffee intake, or caffeine intake?
Well, mostly coffee now. I won't not drink soda, but I really don't drink much soda anymore. One of my goals was really to reduce that intake. Just thinking, like.
So when did that happen? Because I noticed that and I was so impressed.
About at the New Year.
That was so cool.
I think around then. Mm-hmm. It was just like, hey, I don't. Not like anti-soda, I'll still have a Coke or Diet Coke every now and then. Mm-hmm. But one of the things I just like, okay, if I could avoid it, okay, I don't want to buy this, or not. I just, okay, maybe this isn't the best. So, yeah, just thought, I'm like, okay, hopping off of that. Mm-hmm. But then I do drink a lot of coffee, though, which I'm sure, doesn't, they cancel each other out because coffee still has things in it, like it's not perfect or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But I did do, we're in Hamilton. We got to come down here. This is a cute downtown.
Yeah, Hamilton, guys, if you ever want blueberry something. Yep. Very cool.
Their downtown signs are all blueberries.
Blueberries.
To the blueberry.
Go on.
But one of the areas that I've drink a lot of coffee. So recently I was drinking about 5 cups a day probably, which, I love it. I have one, maybe even a little bit more. I don't know. It's hard to play out exactly what that meant. Yeah. But I would have, coffee first thing in the morning when I wake up, 1 on the way to work, and then maybe 3 at work. But, I still slept really good. So I want to defend myself there.
Oh, yeah. You had no problem sleeping.
Yeah, but one of the things that did come through, oh my gosh, these houses are so cute. I love this.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, I'm distracted by cute homes. Homes are on the mind, you know what I mean? But as we're going through it, we were planning an epic summer trip. And that trip is morphing, and actually that will be featured at some point probably.
Of course.
Like all the details on that. But it was going to be the hiking through the Batona Trail and the Pine Barrens. But then kind of logistics came through with some wildfires and some uncertainty about, hey, is this actually like viable? Because part of it was shut down and like, okay, so we're not doing that now. We're going to do kayaking and canoeing down the Delaware, it looks like, but that could still change, so don't write me off there. But one of the things that came to my mind was, packing through for like a 50-mile hike. It's a lot of weight. I really don't have a good way to bring caffeine. I don't want to bring I'm not bringing a stove for this. I was just doing snacks. Not really worried about like long-term satisfaction. It's like 3 days, so not really worried about like. But also, I'm not bringing bottles of soda in any way. So, because that's so much weight specifically there. And I was also worried, like, okay, this does dehydrate. It's really hot in the summer. I don't want to add on to this. So, my thought was, okay, maybe I should not drink caffeine and, like, get off of this before the actual event. Because I know that, like, it can cause headaches. It can be a bit of withdrawal. So my thought was I should not wait to this event to have that, where I'm going to probably be a little cranky at times. And then I'd be even crankier. So that was the basic thought of it. I'd also been off caffeine for about 3 weeks. We do something called the Daniel Fast at church, which is basically like fruits and vegetables for 3 weeks only. And that also means you get off caffeine. And it actually took me a while to wean it. I don't know why that went so well relative to this. Maybe, I think I weaned slower, so that probably was something. But here in a matter of about 5 days, I went from 5 cups to 0 cups of coffee. And it did not go well. Did not go well.
It did not.
No,
Adam is an experiment for this.
Yeah, so it was, because now, to be fair, it was about 2 rough days, and then I was good. And now, like, 3 or 4 days after that, I feel great, fully normal. I do know I am, like, more sluggish at times, but still, like, honestly, still feel very energetic, feel alive and alert. But the first 2 days were just terrible. And I think part of it also was, these have been really busy weeks, so it adds on.
Yeah, very busy weeks. That's true.
So I don't want to say it's just purely caffeine. I'm obviously not trying to make it superhuman. Obviously, that is the primary factor. But they've been like, okay, right now for my job, this is working with kids, getting them ready for camp, and just even with job transitions and all. This is like the busiest season of my year normally. So it's been very long, very full days, getting in a little bit early, trying to get extra things done. We obviously have a baby coming up here, so there like days have
doing
been
like after every work day, like trying to do one organizational task or like one chore, like always every day. So Adam, did you have headaches?
Massive headaches.
Okay. The first 5 days, or
first 2 days really.
First 2 days, massive headaches.
Being purely with 0 caffeine.
Okay, so when you went down to 3 cups,
I was fine.
That's interesting.
3 cups was fine. 2 was fine. 1, I think I was feeling it a little bit more. Maybe, but even then, it was still like, okay, you're still getting some sustenance, and you're also like, okay, you're coming off of it a little bit.
Okay.
Although, actually, honestly, at 1, I think I was already feeling it pretty tough. Because it was coming off very quickly. But that Monday, so Sunday was the last day I had 1 cup of coffee.
Okay,
I think that Monday was just brutal for me. It was, I just woke up, and I was okay when I woke up, got a workout in, went to church, got my work going on, and when I got there, I just started deteriorating. Like, I was breaking down, so I started getting a throbbing headache that would not go away, and it wasn't like sharp constantly, but it was deep pulses that was just not going there. My neck kind of was seizing up, but I often have neck pain, so I actually went to the chiropractor. He knew that was going on. I was like, this is going to help you a little bit, but it's like not. But I'm sitting there, and it's just like, I'm moving and I'm getting things done, but my progress is just gone.
You're also having GI issues.
Yes.
You don't need to say any more about it.
No, I just had
pains.
I was having like awkward poop.
Okay. You don't need to say any more about it.
I'm okay sharing about it. I'm not here
but I don't think we need to.
You don't want me to?
Yeah, I don't really.
Well, you brought it up.
I'm just saying GI issues. I think that's enough said. But
I've never used GI issues.
Okay, but it was painful. Like,
it was just like uncomfortable stomach a little bit. Yeah. So it was coming through, and by about like noon, I realized like I got to get out. I can't do this. So I actually went home sick because I'm sure it was also the compound of like, I've been tired. I've been really pushing for the last couple weeks. And, hey, I took a half a sick day. I was like, I'm not doing well. I've got to get out of this while I can. Like,
gotta make it home.
Yeah, I'm not making progress at work. I'm not doing anybody a favor by being here, because actually one of the areas of like the pandemic that I think was really good was, if you're not feeling well, you should go home.
Sure.
Because if you could take a half day sick, you will probably do way better than pushing through, and your recovery's better.
And Adam does really well with this because he literally went home, went right in bed, and he slept for hours.
I had like an hour and a half sleep right there.
It was good.
And then went to bed at like 8:30.
Well, then you got up, you ate dinner, and you slept for hours.
Well, and we cleaned up. We did a bunch of things.
We did.
Yeah.
You did too, like an hour of like some chores again,
Yep.
while dinner was being made. But
Yep. And then went to bed at like 8:15.
it was great. That's exactly how you should run it. Like you were not feeling well, and you got tons of rest. And then you really needed to do another day. Like you could the next day you were functional.
Yep, I was good.
But
Back to work.
You were not feeling good. Like you were like, I'm feeling like functional, but I'm still just like it's a push. It's a push. And he made it through. Did his thing. But again, like 8 o'clock bedtime.
Yeah. And it was really good though. That did solve a vast majority of the problems.
Tons of rest.
Just that, a lot of water. And then Wednesday woke up and I was great, ready to go.
Yeah, and he's been doing really well since. So.
Oh yeah.
What do you think you will do for your future caffeine intake after?
It's going right back up. I'm sure there's a moral to this story. I'm not taking it though.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting take.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I love my coffee. I maybe add some tea in there. But, I think it's more of, if I were to wean off again, I would do that differently.
Okay.
I think it would just be over a longer period of time which would be more significant and helpful to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was, the shortness of it was a big deal. Yeah, I'm probably hypocritical in here because I have no interest in not drinking coffee or giving up at the end of this. Also now understand maybe more of what it's like for drug addicts in a somewhat way.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but
that's an overstatement.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was very interesting because I knew this was happening, but I had talked to my sister and I said, we think it's related to the caffeine. I can't believe it though, really? And she was like, yeah, of course. Like that's a very strong, that's a thing that people have. So I'm sure many people are like, yeah, of course, this is the thing. I was very amazed by that it would have such a powerful impact because Adam really, thankfully, is rarely sick and really not feeling well. So
yeah,
it's very powerful. But you've done a great job, and now you're very prepared for your guys' trip. So that's awesome.
Feel much better, and also when I drink a little coffee on this, I'll have superpowers now.
Oh, of course.
Because it will, and which is interesting. So I'm very interested in long distance hiking, although I've not gotten a lot of experience myself. But I do like following people that do that, especially something called fastest known times. That's where you go on it doesn't have to be a particularly long thing, but it's what is the fastest time a person could get through going on a trek or something.
Right.
And one of the people that I follow is very interesting. He talks about how he won't drink coffee. He'll detox, take caffeine out. So when he goes on to do this, it has amplified effect.
Sure.
So it's not just, hey, your body's used to it. Now instead you're just really amping yourself entirely back up on it. So yeah, but if I could recommend a few steps for getting off caffeine, I would definitely recommend weaning over the longer term.
In 10 miles,
Doing quick is not the right answer. It's good to go a little bit slower to get better and healthier results. I'd also recommend tons of water. Your body just needs something in it. It's good to just kind of get that out. And last but not least, extra sleep. If you're going to have a headache, get an early bed night. Night of bed.
So true.
Bed tonight. Go to bed early. Yep. Yeah. But anyway.
Good advice.
That's what I've got.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. See you later. Bye.